Hello and welcome to Building Redwall, a series of videos about creating this iconic building from the Redwall series of books by Brian Jacques. This is week 8, and I've got a little bit of progress to show on the third building in the Redwall Abbey complex. But first, let's take a little detour. I want to show some extra things I've been working on. These are some modules as part of my series of walls for the exterior wall. Coming along kind of well. There's a lot of talk in the books about how there are north and south and east gates, and so I wanted to include some extra doors in the exterior wall. Obviously, these Lego pieces are a little looser than I would like, but in my headcanon, they'd be able to lock. And here I'm showing off how they connect with the same pin system as the other walls that I made. That way you can mix and match, connect them how you want, where you want, and both of these have Technic bricks on both sides so that they can connect any which way. Obviously, these walls aren't quite as tall, but eventually they'll get to be similar so that they match the other walls that I've made so far. But yeah, let's get on and show something else I made. So this was originally how I laid out the third building of Redwall. It's basically 2 corridors and a tower, and so I kind of wanted to incorporate these archways, and this is what it looked like originally, but I decided that I didn't really like where this was going. These walls right here, I'm going to change. I'm going to probably take out a lot of those, keep the archways, but make it more accessible for play features. Instead of having the roof or the second story come off and be modular. Instead, I kind of want to expose that backside. So that's before. This is after I made some improvements. I've connected it to the second building, the dormitory, kitchens, cavern hole building. So this is what it looks like in comparison as far as scale and stuff. But yeah. So this corridor, it's got some of the windows that I saved, obviously by removing them from that wall, and now just having an open space for little hands to reach into and play, inside. I kept these archways, I kept some columns, but yeah, I wanted to expose it and open it up so that my kids could play with it. So yeah, like I said, I've got the windows there that I'm going to hold on to for now, and that door sadly broke off. My youngest helper snapped the clips. So yeah, I've got to place another bricklink order. My goal is to take out these windows, but I'm still waiting on some new ones so that I can replace those placeholder windows. But yeah, this tower is coming along. You can see kind of behind the rose window what it looks like. And like I said, I decided to remove the modularity and instead just build this roof or floor into the building. Inside this corridor is where I'm going to place the tapestry of Martin the Warrior, so that you can see it as one of the first things when you enter Redwall. Again, this is building 2. Haven't really made a whole lot of progress on it, but just kind of wanted to show it off. Still coming along. I smoothed off the top and finally have these plates that I'm going to add as a roof next week. It's nice to finally be finishing this building. I swear it's been nearly complete for weeks and weeks now, but the end is finally in sight, and I look forward to finally making the roof and finishing this building off. Got a little window frame that I gotta fix. Snap that back into place. I think that one's okay. But yeah, so that's a lot of what I've been doing. Don't really see this angle a whole lot of like the inner courtyard area of Redwall, but I really like how modular my setup is so that I can take things apart and rearrange the buildings or just play with one building at a time. And hopefully this will all turn out in the end. The hope is to build this tower up more so that it's a little bit taller, but yeah. Okay, so now I've reconnected everything back together, put everything back onto my build site, I guess you could say, on top of this dresser where I've been building Redwall, so that hopefully it'll be less out of reach, but still, sadly, my 2-year-old manages to get up here and, like I said, break things. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe raising the rose window up, making it a little higher up, maybe one more layer or something. There you can see those broken clips just snapped right off. That's actually the second time she's done that. So I got to place another brick link order and take everything apart to put that back in. But yeah, so I really like how this tower is looking. I even put some stained glass windows on the side just to add a little bit of variety, kind of like rainbows. But my oldest son was wondering why I only had greenery on one part of Redwall, so I decided to add a little bit on the back of this tower here. Again, like I mentioned, those are placeholder windows, and I'll be replacing them probably soon. And here's that greenery I was talking about. Just simple vines. I think it adds a lot of color and texture to the MOC. It's kind of fun. But yeah, this is what the corridor looks like. I'm thinking of maybe changing these roof lines so that they line up better, or lowering one, raising the other. I'm not sure how I feel about that transition, but it is what it is for now. But yeah, I feel like I've made a lot of progress on this third building. Hopefully I'll continue this theme and build things up, as well as make the roof for the dorms. But yeah, so this is where Redwall's at. Still got a lot of work to do. Here you can see a bit of my mess, what the courtyard usually looks like, with the 3 buildings all connected together. But yeah, don't really have a whole lot to say, except next week I'm probably going to be figuring out the infirmary over here. Not sure if I'm going to build this wall up, if I'm going to have just like an exposed corridor kind of a thing, or if I'm actually going to put it in a solid wall. Still debating what that's going to look like. I think I might have enough bricks to maybe actually finish that section, but we'll see. And yeah, so I think this is where I'm going to leave you off, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.